Welcome to the Addicted to DVC podcast, a deep dive into all things Disney Vacation Club. We share tips, tricks, and insider info, helping you make the most of your membership. Join us for the latest news, reviews, and interviews with DVC experts and enthusiasts. Whether you're a seasoned DVC member or considering your first contract, this podcast is for you. Now, here are your hosts, Mike Hurley and Gary Arruda.
Welcome to the Addicted to DVC podcast with Mike and Gary. This is episode 47, recorded in the DeFont Leroy Recording Studios in Sarasota, Florida, and Cranston, Rhode Island. I'm your host, Mike in Florida, joined by my cousin and co-host, Gary up in Rhode Island. Good evening, Mr.
Hey, how's it going?
It's going.
That's good.
Yeah.
What's new in your neck of the woods?
Well, not much. Just watched the golf.
Yeah.
That's the reason why I was a little late, because I had to see who was going to win, and then take Rhodey on our walk. So
I gotcha.
Yeah.
It was a good ending.
It's a great ending.
It was crazy, yeah. I don't know anything about that guy, though.
I just have seen him around. He's a likable guy. I kind of wanted him to just. I said, I'm indifferent. I love Hovland.
That's who I wanted to win, was Hovland or Adam Scott. I like Adam Scott.
And Adam, same thing, yeah.
But I didn't care. I wasn't like rooting against this one. Do you still root against the live guys like Terrell Hatton and stuff?
All the time.
Yeah, no matter what, you're anti-live guy.
Oh, I hate live.
Fair enough.
I hate live.
Well,
I don't
a lot of live
like
guys
fun.
up at the top of the leaderboard.
Yeah.
But none of them pulled it off.
I just don't like any of those guys.
No. I get it.
Do you like them?
I mean, I'm indifferent. I don't dislike them like you do, but I don't particularly like any of them. I was the most upset, and he's faded into nothing. What's his name? Cam Smith, the Australian dude.
What happened to him? He was like world number 2. He was going to be the number 1 player in the world, and see ya.
He went to live, and I don't think he's made a cut in a major. I
haven't seen him in forever. I heard he was a mental midget anyways. I heard that's why he went to live.
Hey, maybe he made the right call then.
Again, if that's all you want, if you just want the money, fine, go. But
yeah.
I'll never get it.
No, I don't get it either.
If you look back, you do the Tony Robbins, the rocking chair, when you pretend at your age that you're 80 years old, and you look back and what mistakes did I make? What would I have done different? But and he's telling you, live your life that way. Do you think if you look back and you could have been on the PGA Tour like a Scotty and been number 1 in the world, or just went and got a boatload of money on the live and play non-compete? We're going to play against Larry O'Brien and Lee.
Yeah, I'd probably pick
skins matches. I don't know.
I'd probably pick the PGA Tour. Yeah, no, I think you're right. You make a good point.
So you got traded today?
Yeah, that's crazy. What a bad organization they are, aren't they?
Well, he had to go. He really did have to go.
He's their best player by far.
Yeah, he's best hitter.
Yeah.
He's a cancer, though. He won't play the field.
It's all right.
Nah, not really. Not when...
I don't know. That organization's just so bad.
It's a bad organization, but I think he had to go. He's sulked because they got a Gold Glove third baseman who's 10 times better than him. And he sulked because they were going to take the position away. Then they asked him to play first because their first baseman blew his knee out. He's like, no, I'm all set. Okay.
He was hot, though, wasn't he?
Yeah, he's a good he's a good player. It's just, I think he just destroyed the clubhouse, and I think he's a huge cancer. And they have all these young kids coming up. And I think he's more like a Manny Ramirez, and they just couldn't have it.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know.
I mean, I could care less. I haven't watched a baseball game since. Susie's bewildered because I listen to the Baseball Hour with Tony Maserati, and I'll listen to the podcast with Michael Felga. And
but you don't watch the games.
She's like, you have not watched an inning of baseball since opening day, and you listen to this. I said, because I like the misery. I like listening to those guys get angry.
It's funny because they just got hot too, right? They won like 5 in a row or something. They're back.
Yeah, they've won 5 in a row. They're 5-1 against the Yankees. Yeah, I mean they're okay. It's just it's a bad game. So we'll segue off, but you want to hear something funny?
Yes. So
they were talking about their minor league instruction, and I guess Alex Cora is just so irritated with the team because they can't field. They did no fundamentals. I guess last week there was an infield fly rule And nobody on Tampa Bay and nobody on the Red Sox really knew the rule.
Right.
Tampa Bay was running on contact, and they were just running around the bases. They didn't realize that, it's a force back out. You have to go back to your base.
You don't.
You don't have to, but
it's at your own risk. So if the
It's at
guy
your own
drops it, you can run like it was a regular hit. But if he
Right.
catches it, you don't have to leave your base, even if
Correct.
he drops it.
So they were saying neither team knew the rule
Because he dropped it, right?
He dropped it, but then they threw to the base, and I guess Trevor Story tried to tag the guy,
And it's a force out at that.
and it was a force out. Yeah.
Yeah.
So is that, and then apparently at the minor league, their analytics is teaching range over catching the ball and throwing it. So they're measuring how good these guys are based on if they can get to a ball or not.
But if they catch it, doesn't matter. Just if they can get there.
Correct. That's what their matrix is. So these guys, Tristan Campbell comes up, they put him at second. He can't play second base.
But he's got good range.
But he's got pretty good range. It's I just heard that. I said, you can't make this stuff up. It's just,
that's fantastic.
it's a terrible, terrible, terrible product. So is all my beloveds. All the pro sports suck. Now they're destroying the college sports.
Yeah.
St. John's and Alabama every year winning the national championship. Beef patino, anyways.
Italian beef patino.
Double quarter pounder with cheese patino.
All right, what's today's topic, Parts?
First of all, Parts, happy Father's Day.
Oh, thank you.
And happy Father's Day to all you fathers out there listening. We are recording Father's Day evening.
Yes. It was a long day today, Pards.
Did you have to see both grandfathers?
No. Well, that wasn't the problem.
Oh, you had the softball tournaments?
Softball tournament, yeah. But we also woke up early and put together our new pool. So we got one of those cheap pools. Like those.
How much? What is cheap? What is cheap nowadays?
It was like $700.
Ooh. Does it actually have a filter?
Yeah. Yeah, it does.
Are you worried about it?
A little bit. I figured if it lasts like 2 years, I'd make out.
I mean, if it lasts a year too, the only problem would be getting rid of it.
Yeah. But it's just all canvas. There's no metal sides. You just use like PVC pipe to hold it up.
Would you go in it if I put it together?
No, probably not.
No.
Would you go in it? Would you go in the one I put
Absolutely
together?
Not. I put together one thing. This was the last time. This is when I got fired. Susie fired me. I put together some type of desk or something, and I said, I can't get over how many extra parts there were. And she looks, and there's just like screws,
drawers.
She had to take the whole thing apart, told me to go upstairs and leave her alone. Because she, as she'll take the printout and then organize everything, the washers here, all the screws, count it, make sure the inventory's all there, and then go to work. Where I just think I can wing it.
Yeah, that's not the best way to do it.
Probably not.
Especially not you. Some people can wing it, but you're not one of those people.
No, but I admit my weaknesses. I am completely worthless when it comes to farting around at home. I don't have a toolbox.
Yeah. What are you going to do?
Anyways, it is Father's Day evening.
Yes.
And I figured let's talk resorts, which is what we like to talk about when we're not talking about food, correct?
Absolutely.
What are the best resorts to spend Father's Day?
I like that. That's a good topic.
This is no kids. This is your day, Parts.
Oh, so they're sending me on my own.
They're sending you on your own. Or you can go with a couple dads, maybe Mike Schaefer, maybe Angry Newfield Jr.
All right.
It's your day, Parts.
I like that.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I did come up with a few. I came up with 3 really good ones, I think.
Okay, I came up with like 5. So.
Oh, okay. Oh, I can probably wing a couple extra.
Okay.
At the bottom.
I'm gonna give you, seeing that you're the dad of the podcast, the pod father, so to speak.
No, don't. Be careful. We got some copyright infringement. We don't want to get a cease and desist letter.
Yeah, our lawyers have not been active in a while, but
yeah. That's the last thing we need is those guys breathing down our necks, trying to claim some money.
Exactly. I don't know if
fair use
copyrighted, but As the guy who used to be the head of the Rhode Island Golf Association, Gary Arruda, you have the honor. Please play away.
So this wasn't on my list. I came up with 3, but I'm gonna like flex to 5, and it's a place that I don't think I would normally want to stay at, but I'm thinking like Father's Day, if I'm just chilling by myself, maybe getting around to golf, maybe hang out at the Gurgling Suitcase for a little while. Is
Are
Old
we
Key
both
West.
1 for 1? We're
That's your
both
number
1 for
5
1.
as well?
Yes.
It's weird because it's probably the last on my list of DVC resorts.
Absolutely. Absolutely. But when I was gifted that stay a couple year and a half ago,
Yeah,
it's a great spot for the one person.
right.
Because
That's what I was
it's
thinking.
just so spread out. You can grab your alcohol beverage, your adult beverage of choice, and just
Mhm.
walk around the campus. You know, you could take your beer as you're on your way to the Gurgling Suitcase
Yeah, and
to go see Lorna McIntyre.
that little section there is just so nice
Isn't it? That
near
main
the
hub
main
is
pool. Yeah,
so underrated.
yeah. So that would make my number 1. And granted, it's not the closest access to the golf, but
Mhm.
you could see it if you have a nice room, maybe overlooking the golf course, sitting on the balcony and heckling some golfers from your balcony or
You
whatever.
know, I like the one-bedroom play as well.
Well, of course. I
'Cause
assume this is all one
you're
bedroom.
gonna need the extra space, right?
Yeah, you need a washer dryer, full
You want your
kitchen.
living room.
Of course. To watch the golf. I'm gonna be watching the US Open. I don't wanna be sitting on the bed.
No.
That's you
No.
crazy?
What? Are you kidding me?
Yeah, are you crazy?
Just sitting on a bed.
I mean, maybe a 2-bedroom. We could use some extra space.
Yeah, so I do have Old Key West as well. Just sneaky good for Father's Day.
I think so. Yeah.
And you're not gonna have the loud weasel factor. It's a
Right.
chill resort from
Yeah.
the few times I've stayed there on a golf trip and with Kristen and then by myself. So it's a very chill resort.
It's definitely like an older vibe to it.
No doubt.
Yeah.
And it's OCDVC, so when you sit down at the Gurgling Suitcase and ask the people to your right and left how many points they have, it's
They're
gonna
gonna
make
be
you
600-700. Yeah, you're gonna blush.
at least.
Right.
At
At
least.
$22 a point when they bought in or whatever.
Exactly. And, all the grandkids come and
Yep. Their pictures on the wall at Olivia's.
outside of
In the
Olivia's, the waiting
bathroom. Yeah.
area. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, that's I think that's a good one for number 5. It's because it doesn't rise to the top of my list, but it would be,
Yeah.
under that circumstance, probably the best time to do it for that. So I guess we both have the same number 5, so should I move on to my
Yeah,
number 4?
sure.
I'm gonna say this, and again, I didn't have 5 plans, so this is flying a little by the seat of my pants. And since I just experienced this on a solo trip and I did enjoy it, I'm gonna say Animal Kingdom Lodge.
Why
But
is that?
I'm gonna pick Jumbo House side just because I like the lobby, just hanging out there doing the Victoria Falls bar.
So you're saying if you had not done this as your solo trip, it might not be on the radar?
Right, but it was very nice at that recency bias that I always accuse you of.
Yes. I'm guilty.
I'm
Guilty
gonna
as
take
charged.
I'm gonna take part in it and say that it is it's a good one. I mean, again, it's not at the top of the list, but it's got some really some good amenities. I like the lobby. You can just hang out there and walk around. Great bar, good quick service, little Boma breakfast buffet if you're really feeling like it. That could be a little Weasel Central on Father's Day morning. You might not want to go there, but
Yeah, sure could.
it's a good buffet regardless. So that's my number 4. What do you have for yours?
I have Bay Lake Tower.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
Why is that?
Because there's a lot of things that you can do leading up to the final round
Okay.
of the US Open. So you can take an early, you could start off with nice steak and eggs downstairs at Steakhouse 71.
Yeah. Yep.
Get your coffee to go. Have Victor fill you up a coffee to go. take that on your short walk over to the Magic Kingdom. Do a couple
Mhm.
of Magic Kingdom rides.
Oh, yeah, like
With
Carousel of
them.
Progress on Father's
Carousel of
Day when you
Progress.
have the theater to yourself, that's a pretty good
Absolutely.
experience. Yeah,
Absolutely. And who's Disney's favorite dad? Tim,
it's gotta be. Oh,
right?
yeah, of
It's
course.
him.
Who else? Yeah.
And ride the Carousel of Progress,
Mhm.
and then go back and maybe just do a little pool.
Yeah,
Just
that's
a
not
little
bad.
hour or 2 pool,
Mhm.
and then head back to your newly refurbished 1 bedroom
Nice, yes, of course.
and turn into NBC.
And you want resort view, you don't want theme park view.
Yeah, you
Like you
want
wanna
Resort or
overlook
Lakeview.
Bay Lake. Yeah,
Yeah, yep,
yeah.
yep.
No, I like that.
I'm gonna assume that that was not on your list.
No, that didn't make my list.
Okay.
The number 3 on my list is going to be the Grand Floridian.
This is very interesting, Pards. This is one of my home resorts.
And the main reason for me
Access to the
access
Magnolia
to the
Palm.
golf courses.
Yeah.
Yeah, the
It
Palm
was
Magnolia, yeah.
yep, it was close. I'm just
Honorable mention, yeah.
it was close. It was honorable mention. Obviously, it was not on my list
No,
based on
I
its
mean,
reaction.
and the rest of the aesthetics don't really fit because it's more of a girly resort. I mean, the rooms at least, especially the resort studios.
Mhm.
I would stay in the villas, ideally. Um, but I just love having that close access to the Palm and Magnolia. Get up early, maybe get a coffee at Gasparilla,
Yeah.
quick serve breakfast, maybe a Grand Cafe breakfast. Head over to your tea time, relax by the quiet pool, and then watch the golf while the
Yep.
monorail goes by. That's
Mhm.
not a bad way to spend Father's Day, is it?
I like it. I like it.
Yeah.
You don't have to sell me on spending a night at the Grand
On the
Floridian.
Grand, yeah.
Head back over to me.
Yeah, you're number 3.
Boulder Ridge Villas,
Okay.
Geyser Point.
Mhm. Yes. I
Super
mean,
chill pool.
yeah. That's my number 2, so I guess we could
Yeah.
just talk about that for a minute.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. Geyser Point. Maybe watch some of the early round at the bar, sitting there for the US
Yeah,
Open.
or even depending on how much pool time you do after you play your round of golf,
Mhm.
maybe just watch the leaders play the first 5 or 6
Yeah,
and then
like
head
till
back up
dinner
to your
time.
under.
Grab a
Yep.
bison burger at 6 o'clock, then head back up after and watch the last few holes or whatever.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
And plus the whole resort going into the main building in
Mhm.
the lobby is nice. You can head out at the what's the Territory Lounge if you wanted to hang out at the bar
Yeah.
there. Some good food options.
And that's a chill vibe too. That's a place where you're
Mhm.
gonna ask the bartender if they can put the golf on if it's not already on, and you could sit at that table right near one of their TVs. I think they've got 2 on each wall and maybe another one behind the bar, but you'd be able to chill and watch golf, and there's
Yeah.
not gonna be 100 people in there screaming.
No, I don't think so. I don't think so. Although I bet college football Saturdays you get people screaming in those places.
That
In
would
the
be nice,
South, you
wouldn't
get
it?
all like the Florida State people or Alabama people coming in.
That's true.
Remember when they had that kickoff game?
It
When we
was
were
in
at
Orlando, I believe. It was,
Camping World Stadium. It was Florida State and LSU, I believe.
yes.
And there were
Were
all
we
those
at the Polynesian?
we were at the Poly, and there was like a ton of LSU people there
Mhm.
because they were
What were we
heading to the
doing at
game.
the Poly?
That was Labor Day weekend. That was when Sarah and I had points that we had to
That's
burn.
right. That's right. You were at
You stayed at the
Saratoga and we were
Grand.
at the Grand. That's
Yeah.
right. Yep, yep, yep. I was like, why were we at the Poly?
Isn't that a great question to ask yourself? Like, what's the random reason I was on property that
Yeah. What were we doing there?
day? Yeah,
Because
we
I
just
do
went.
remember because you bought Susie a drink.
Yeah, we had drinks, and then we went on the DVC tour with the
DVC tour.
bungalows
Yeah, we looked at the bungalows.
with that guy. Yeah, I can't remember the guy's name.
Neither can I.
Abraham, I think maybe
He
it
was
was.
beautiful. Remember, he quit cigarettes and he was
Yeah,
just a disaster. He was just twitching and shaking.
yeah, he was talking about
It
that.
was he was having a rough go of it.
But yeah, I mean, I love Boulder Ridge. The rooms are gorgeous. That's a great room to hang out
Another
in.
newly refurbished property.
Yeah.
Very relaxed.
You go down in that train room, have your morning coffee the next morning after the USO on Monday morning.
Yeah, I mean, you could go over to the quick serve and just grab your bite and get it to go and sit down in the train room
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
just watch everybody head over to the bus stop and start their day.
Yeah, that's a
Good
great
people
people
watching.
watching. Yes,
It's a
fantastic.
great people watching room. I love the train room.
That Boulder Ridge lobby is so underrated. It's gorgeous in there. There's so
I
much
would
to
love
look
to
at
be
too.
there at Christmas, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
Like, how nice would it be to be spending your Christmas there and sitting down in that room with that big Christmas tree on Christmas Eve? Just
Do they
chilling.
put a big one in that Boulder Ridge lobby too?
I think they put a pretty decent sized one, yeah.
Yeah. See, I've never been. I've only seen the main Wilderness Lodge lobby at Christmas. I've never looked at the Boulder Ridge one.
I think I may have looked at YouTube, so I might have
Yeah, sure. I
popped
don't
in there
remember.
when I was in there in December at one point.
Mm. Yeah, that would be good. Yeah, because we did that. I did that tour, like the
Yeah, right.
Secrets of Wilderness Lodge,
Yeah,
and
when
we
you
were
were
in
there last summer.
that room for a while, and the tour guide was really he gave us a lot of information about, Boulder Ridge, and in that it specifically like what the different details were and about the animal carvings and why it was in there and all that stuff. It was really cool. That wouldn't be a bad thing to do.
No.
The morning after, do that tour, just walk
Because
around.
that's something that's going to be new almost every time you go on it, don't you think?
It's gonna be a different little twist.
It's going to be, you're going to learn something.
Of course, yeah.
You'll have the same 80% background, but you're going to learn something new, kind of like the Kilimanjaro Safari.
Yeah, but I mean, I forgot 80% of it since I
Yeah.
went, so I don't mind doing it again for sure. But yeah, it was Boulder Ridge, obviously. That's my number 2. Your number 3. So I guess
Mhm.
that means what's your number 2?
My number 2 is your home resort, one of your home resorts, Saratoga Springs. It's similar
Okay.
to Old West, but what I like is that you can walk right to the pro shop,
Mhm.
go out and play around the golf,
Mhm.
or you could even grab a breakfast
Oh, at
down there
Chippendales?
at
Yeah.
Chippendales before you're around the golf. Go play around the golf, come back, chill in one of the pools. You can go to your one bedroom, watch the golf, and then after you can head over to Disney Springs
Yes.
and listen to a band and just hang out for a little while.
Yeah,
It's gonna be Sunday night, so it's probably gonna be a little on the quiet side.
sit at the bar at Raglan Road or something like that, listen to the
Mhm.
Irish music, or like you said, there's all sorts of entertainment. Jock Lindsay Hangar Bar, do the Boathouse Bar on the water.
Yep.
A lot of options.
So many nice spots over there, isn't there?
Mhm.
And I've learned so much more about it on my stays at Saratoga Springs.
And guess what else you could do? Even if you don't wanna play golf, just bring your putter, hit
Yeah.
some putts,
Yep.
grab a bucket of balls, go to the driving range. You don't have to
Go hit
play
some
like,
balls.
if
Yeah.
you don't wanna play a whole round of golf, just go use the facilities, you're right there. Right there, and the grounds are great. Great pools at Saratoga, depending on what area you're staying in.
Fantastic. Fantastic.
You can find like that grandstand pool is great for just chilling. The other 2, like the High Rocks pool is a little louder, that's like their main pool.
Yeah.
And then what's the other one that has the slide? I'm drawing a blank.
Is it the paddock?
The Paddock pool, that one's a little loud too, but it's more chill, and they all have bars. All 3 of those pools have, like, pool bars that are open, which is great. Yeah, I mean, the access to Disney Springs is fantastic. That's my number 1 pick for
That's your
Father's
number
Day.
1?
Yeah, I picked Saratoga. I started there and worked backward. That was, like,
Yeah.
instant number 1 for me.
Yeah. Yep.
I like it there. I like Saratoga so much.
Isn't that funny? And you just bought a contract
Just for the points.
just for the points
Yeah,
and to actually like it that much?
right, it's great. And I like it more when I'm staying there. Like, it's not the best if you're doing parks all day.
No. No, I mean it's one of the worst if you're doing parks.
Yeah, I was trying to sugarcoat it a little bit, but
no, it's bad.
But if you're hanging there and using the amenities at the resort and using Disney Springs or the golf course, it's perfect. It keeps you in the mood. Like, it somehow blends, like, with the theming of Saratoga. It blends with Disney Springs, like, it fits in, doesn't it? Like, when you go
Yeah.
walk from there, it's kind of a perfect segue, and then the golf course makes sense there as well. It's just, I don't know, it all works. It all works really well. And, I wouldn't mind a nice prime rib on Father's Day from the Turf
Yeah,
Club.
it's a good play. That's a good play.
As good as Disney Springs is, I mean, a nice, juicy red prime rib.
Oh, little king
Au
cut.
jus. Yeah.
Not that they have two different types, but you get the king cut, and it's just the size of your forehead, basically from your eyelashes to the top of your scalp.
Yes,
Just
exactly.
pour some au jus. Oh.
It's a good place.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm all messed up now.
Yeah, I know. I do
I'm
prime rib,
so
which is kinda
jonesing
messed
for
up.
prime rib. It just I don't know. Probably because it's not something you make.
No, you're not gonna make a prime rib.
No, unless you do it on Christmas, like I
On
did one on
Christmas, yeah.
Christmas, but you're not gonna do one. It's just you go get some strips or some
Yeah.
sirloins or whatever,
Yeah,
whatever
it's not
your
like you're
favorite
getting a
part of beef.
pound and a half of prime rib and you're gonna cook it up for yourself.
Right. Ugh.
Mhm. Alright, what's your number one, Pards?
I had been bouncing. It was Saratoga was up there.
Mhm.
Old Key West was higher than 5 at one point.
Yeah, sure.
I'm going back and forth. But it's the drawing room.
Mhm.
The drawing room is important to me, Pards,
Okay.
and it's the beach club.
Wow, I'm
I say
surprised by that.
it's I watched the tour championship a few years ago. We
Oh, so it
spun in
has that
Norway,
nostalgia
Jose,
for you. Yeah.
and it is a great place to watch golf on that
Mhm.
big 100-inch TV. You can shoot some pool.
Yeah.
Like I said, some of our guys, Schaefer's there,
Mhm.
Joe Quad is there. We're just playing pool, and we're watching the final round of the US Open in the drawing room.
With a bucket of beers. Just hiding it in the corner. We got a cooler or something on ice. Yeah, that wouldn't be too bad.
I love the facilities there, don't you?
Go over to Yachtsman for dinner or something.
You could go over to
Yeah.
Yachtsman.
I was gonna say Shula's, but apparently it closed today.
Oh, was it today?
Yeah.
That's a sad day.
Yeah.
That's a sad day.
Or maybe yesterday. It was this weekend, I'm pretty
Okay.
sure. Yeah. Yeah, no, that's a good one. I would have thought when you started talking, I thought you were gonna say Riviera because I know you love it there, and
I like Riviera for everything, but that
that's
gets
why,
a little
yeah.
old. You can't keep.
Now, one that I kind of pushed around a little bit, and
Yeah.
I thought about it, is the cabins. What do you think of that for Father's Day? Too many weasels?
No, I don't think so. I watched plenty golf tournaments there. It's a nice spot.
Because you got the bigger room, you could get your golf cart and just ride around and putz around a little bit. Like, I think that's a good honorable mention.
That's a great honorable mention. I like that one.
Another one that would be pretty great. Little Hilton Head.
Oh, we're talking off campus now.
Why not? Because that's like Golf Central over
Got
there.
that-
That's like
yeah,
a golf town, isn't it? Hilton Head?
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
So that'd be cool to do. Well, you'll be telling us more about Hilton Head in due time.
Be there in a couple months.
That's
Couple of
nice.
months in a nice 2-bedroom.
You excited for that?
Oh, big time. Wouldn't you be?
Yeah, I like your play too because now you're starting to use these points to bring other people in, and that's
Do you think that's smart?
yeah, because that's your gateway to saying how are we going to keep doing this if we don't get another contract? Because I had such a great time with your family, Susie.
And then you
I just couldn't imagine going to Disney without a member of your family joining us, and we are going to need more points to make that happen.
Wow. Are you going to start playing that game?
I mean, we'll see how it goes in a couple weeks.
Yeah, but now this is your family. You gotta
Yeah.
take hers.
Well, but her sister has like a 1-year-old now, so in a couple years, like, oh, let's see if they want to take her for her first trip and we can hang out. And
Your trip's right around the corner. You starting to get a little
Yeah.
sweaty right now?
I'm a little nervous because
Yeah.
the two Weasels came to the softball games today for a little bit, and they're
It was terrible.
oh, I pay attention. I get into it. I'm crazy when it comes to that.
What,
Like,
like
I don't.
watching your daughter play?
Yeah.
You're one of
Like,
those, you're screaming at the coach and stuff?
No, I don't scream at the coach. I'm like just into it, and I'm cheering loud, and I'm rooting on all the girls and stuff.
Okay.
I could care less about who.
Yeah,
like,
no,
the umpires.
I'm only kidding.
No, I know, but there's people not at this
Oh,
level,
absolutely.
not at the 8U, but you get into those next levels and people go crazy. But
Yelling at the umps and stuff. So anyway, so they were there and you were
oh,
just
the coach today, one of the girls ran on a pop up and she didn't go back to the base, so she got doubled off, and he threw his clipboard down.
Oh, and how old are they?
8.
Oh, jeez. They
So
don't know the tag
The umpire
rules
went
and-
over and like talked to him and gave him a talking to about it.
I mean, come on. Is he the one that times them?
He might be. That could be the same guy. There's no way to confirm that.
He's got to dress like a coach too. Does he have the coat? Like, does he have like the whistle around his?
No,
neck?
he
He doesn't dress like a coach.
No.
You know that look, don't you?
Yes, I know exactly.
The
what you're talking
sweatpants
about.
and the high tops.
Yes, exactly. He's got like the t-shirt tucked into his
Yes.
sweatpants, the sweatpants up to his belly button.
In the 3/4 t-shirt.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. And it has to have blue arms. You can't have any other color.
No,
but the
no
blue
other
arms.
color. But that's not. He doesn't dress like that.
Okay, he doesn't do that. Okay.
No, but it's intense. Yergina Jr. had a nice nab. She backpedaled at third base. She grabbed it, caught the play, and doubled the girl up at first base. Threw it across the diamond, got her out.
She's got a cannon too, doesn't she?
She's got a
like
good arm. Yeah,
Brooks Robinson. Just
yeah. She's gonna be a good little player if she sticks with it. I'll have to send you the video of her double play. You'll like that one.
so. What do you video the whole game?
It gets like there's an app that all like the little leagues and stuff use, and
Oh, okay.
you can stream it, so then you can like download it afterwards and go through and see stuff. So
Oh, gotcha. That's kind of cool.
yeah, no, it's good. It's good. I'm in charge of the music parts. I tell you that. I do like the walk-up songs for the girls.
What's your daughter? What's her walk up? Did you give her something real dirty?
No, I let
A lot of
everyone
cuss
pick.
words? Can you do
All
any
the-
of that?
I don't give a.
About Charlie or anything to check that? Do you
Imagine that being
do-
the walk-up song. That would be very funny.
give
No.
a about Charlie or anything that you does?
She wants to change it. She said, "You ever hear that song like I can make your hands clap?" Pa, 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 pa.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Yeah. She wants
That
to
might be
change it to that.
might be one of those dance party songs.
Yeah, probably.
I-
Oh, that's
I-
definitely a Disney dance party.
Yep.
song.
Because now I'm starting to get the chills a little bit because I have to do.
You can
yep.
see Goofy dancing to it.
Yeah.
Oh, anyway, we're getting off track. Anything else you want to mention here about the Father's Day resort?
No. Would you like me to bring us home parts?
I think that's a good idea.
All
Let's
right.
do it.
You can find us on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube at DVC Addicts. Email the show info@addictedtodvc.com and join our Facebook group, DVC Addicts. For my cousin and co-host Gary in Rhode Island, I'm Mike in Florida. Thanks for listening. We'll talk again next week.
Thank you for listening to the Addicted to DVC podcast with Mike and Gary. We want to hear from you. Email us at info@addictedtodvc.com and follow us on all socials at DVC Addicts. We appreciate you being a part of our DVC community, and we'll see you again on our next episode. Thanks again for listening, and welcome home.